At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data.
This is WOMM-LP operating out of Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. It's a rocket shop. I'm your host, Tom Proctor, and with me tonight is Kirsti. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for finally getting in. I know the last 2 times you were meant to get in, you've been thwarted by the weather. So almost tonight as well. As I hear there is a storm on the way. So I'm glad you managed to get in this evening.
Yeah, I'm glad to.
We always like to start off with a little bit of a song, so would you like to introduce it and take it away?
Sure. This is a song I wrote about this time last year called Cloudy.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be, you were what I thought it all. You were what I thought you'd be, that's why I took the fall. You were so soft and sweet, sweep me off my feet. Then I turn around, you run just like a thief. Yeah, you robbing steel, touch and feel my deepest emotions. You did it with soul, and now I'm left to heal, begging and kneeling down for you. I'm down for you, and you're in the clear. Oh, why am I so cloudy when you're walking free in the clear? I try to fill my time, keep my head in line. I seek distraction in all the wrong places, I'm losing my mind. And I see you dancing like you just don't notice the blood in my tracks, the knife in my back. And I just keep dancing and find me another love to lift the fog while you're in the clear. Oh, why am I so cloudy when you're walking free in the clear? Oh,
Cloudy there by Kirsti. Thank you so much. That was lovely.
Thank you. Thanks.
So I was just I was having a little look at your Facebook page before I came out tonight, and I noticed you are prolific when it comes to live performances. Usually playing once, twice, sometimes 3 times a month. How did playing live shape and change your music?
Well, when I'm playing live, I'm always thinking about what covers I'm going to play, honestly, because it's just more time to fill. Like just last weekend, I was playing at Fenimore's Pub in my hometown for 4 hours, so, you know,
wow,
it's a lot of time to fill. Yeah.
It's Grateful Dead-esque.
Oh my gosh. That's flattering. But yeah, so I'm always thinking about those covers, and it really keeps me learning new songs, and I think it inspires me to write a little bit differently too because of that.
All right. And what kind of mixture do you have in terms of the covers that you sing versus your own original music?
Well, I have about 50 originals now, but I don't play those all the time. And I know probably around 200 covers or so. And yeah, it just depends on the ratio, whatever venue I'm playing at.
That's quite a discography you've got in your arsenal there. What are some of the more far out or unusual covers that you would sing that people may not expect from you?
I recently learned In the Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. That one's kind of a random one. I like it. Some Elliott Smith, I don't know. Those are ones I break out. You know, got to read the crowd for those ones.
Right, of course, of course. And so you say kind of like these covers got influence your own songs. You obviously got your own particular style, but what local, national, and historical influences do you draw from? Sorry, a bit of a three-part question on that one.
Local, national, and historical. Wow. That's such a hard question. Yeah, I don't know. I think I tend to draw from historical, like I guess my roots are in like older music, things I grew up on. So I was really influenced by the classics, you know, Stones, Dead, Beatles, all that. But I'm inspired by newer music too, definitely. I really like Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Obviously, Lucy's one from around here. I'll just go back to the 4-hour gig. How does that start? I can imagine they didn't initially book you for a 4-hour gig. You kind of work your way up to a 4-hour gig. So is this something regular that you play it in you said it was a local venue from where you grew up? Yeah,
it's my hometown in Glens Falls. And that actually, the Queensberry Hotel in Fenimores was one of the first places I played. I used to do open mics there, and I just kind of kept playing there. And that was when I was around like 15 or 16. It's been about 5 years since then. So yeah, so now I just fill more time, and it's fun. It's nice to play in a familiar environment.
Right. And so did you start playing live at 15?
About, yeah. I think when I was 16, I started actually playing gigs more regularly, but I picked up guitar when I was 15.
When did you start playing music just for yourself? You know, I imagine you didn't just pick up the guitar the next week that you were in a venue. When did you start kind of dipping your toe into music?
Yeah, it actually was pretty quick that I started playing. I was playing just open mics and things when I first started, and that was when I was about 15, but I don't know. It was kind of a weird, quick transition. I decided I wanted to play guitar, and then it just seemed natural to want to play in public after.
Was there any major, I don't know, fear or worry when you first kind of came out on stage as such a young person? Or did you kind of go all guns blazing like a bull to a red flag?
No, absolutely. I was terrified. I was so anxious. I still get really anxious pretty much every time I play. But yeah, my dad was a big inspiration and like push for me at that time. I think without his encouragement, I probably wouldn't have been so willing to go up on stage at that time.
Do you come from a musical family?
Kind of. My dad doesn't play any instruments or anything, but he loves music and loves to sing, and yeah, he definitely gave me the musical taste I have today.
Well, I'd love to hear another song. What have you got in you?
This next one I wrote in September, and it's called Black Mood. It's been so long, I've been so lonely. I feel like there's no kind of comfort to console me. I'll go where I gotta go. I'll do what I gotta do to lose this black moon. I don't wanna cry no more. I'm done abusing this black moon. I'm ready to swim to shore. When I see him holding hands in the street, I trip over my feet. Can't believe a dream's gonna be true for someone so far away from me. I've painted on got some things to stick around for. And I'm sure it could be better if I up and went, took all my old troubles to a new continent. But I'm always so ready to run away. I don't know, maybe this time it's better to stay and exhume this black moon. I don't wanna cry no more. No, I ain't losing to this black moon. It's time I settled the score. No more, no more, no more. No use, no use, my black moon.
Black Mood there by Kirsti Blow.
Thanks.
Another lovely song that, well, I know the two titles so far, Cloudy and Black Mood, both written in rather dark times around here. How much does the weather and kind of like the geographical area that we live in affect the songs that you create?
Yeah, it definitely impacts it. I think I'm a person that is really impacted by the weather, and I'm just a lot happier when it's sunny and yeah, cloudier when it's cloudy, I guess. So yeah, although actually Cloudy was written when I was in Spain, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And in terms of getting in the creative mood to write, how do you kind of get yourself in that mindset?
I don't know. I think usually when I write, it's because I had an idea and I was really like ready to go sit down and write. I don't normally sit to write and have to like think about it and wonder. It's like inspiration strikes and I sit and start then.
Does that include like all hours of the night and morning, or is it kind of more during waking hours?
Usually during waking hours, but there are some exceptions.
Yeah. You ever just sat bolt upright in bed at 2 a.m. and desperately run over to the table to scribble down your thoughts?
Oh, not often. I value sleep too much.
And in terms of what you do write, do you find yourself writing abstractly, literally? Where are you drawing the narratives of the songs from?
Well, I definitely draw on my own life experiences, but I try to make it more abstract, more relatable, or just interpretive, so anybody can kind of see their own meaning in it.
Yeah, and also, people listening might not end up thinking it's about themselves and getting offended or
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Like so, you said you've been over to Spain. Have you traveled quite a lot as an artist as well?
Not a ton. I pretty much have just played gigs in the Northeast. But yeah, I definitely look forward to playing more. Hopefully this summer I'm going to be playing some more gigs in different places over the country. I'm going on a bit of a road trip. It's still up in the air, but yeah, that's the plan.
Tell me a bit more about that. Is it kind of a tour / just a road trip for pleasure? Or
yeah, it's definitely a big slash there. I think a lot of it will just be me having fun. My friend lives in California, so he's my end goal. I'll hang out with him there for a while. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping to schedule some gigs along the way. Should be fun.
Have you got any particular cities that are like key on the agenda to hit?
I've been really wanting to visit Portland, Oregon for a while, so that's on the agenda. Maybe Chicago. I have other friends there. Yeah. It's definitely as much for pleasure as it is for music, but
do you think you'd ever like hit the Nashville scene? You kind of got a little bit of that, obviously a singer-songwriter, but almost a little bit of that country twang?
Yeah, maybe a little. Yeah.
So as a solo artist, do you ever kind of gravitate to kind of go over to a bit more of a band kind of style, or do you see yourself continuing on as a solo artist?
I guess it just really depends on how things work out. I think in terms of writing, I'm very much a solo artist, but I also really love collaborating with people and playing with other people. So I think if I found the right people, I could be in a band. But
yeah, writing has always been an individual thing for me, so it'd be hard to give up.
Yeah, right, and kind of release that kind of creative control.
Right.
What other pros do you see of being that solo artist? Obviously, you got that creative control, but I don't know. Do you find kind of a strength kind of going up onto the stage alone, or?
Yeah, I guess yeah, a strength, and also, nervousness comes with it too, because it's not like there's anybody else that can share the mistakes if mistakes are made. It's just me, but yeah, it's nice to know that I have control over everything. That is the biggest point for me. I'm kind of a control freak in some ways, so definitely carries into music as well.
Right. Well, if you've obviously got a big repertoire in you, so I'd love to hear another if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
This one I wrote pretty recently, actually. It's called Dust. Weather's changing, but the wind still feels the same. Trying to build a house that can withstand the rain. And I tell you, I'd rather be hot than cold. And you say if you're gonna make something, might as well be sold. I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause lately the whole thing's just looking like a frenzy. A rat race, and I'm in too deep. I'm one with the pack. I wanna go back. It'll all give way to dust someday. I can't wait. You say you're tied up for the night. That's alright. I'm tied up in my own way too. I wrap my body with the ribbons of my mind, till I'm blind with predictions and the shadow of addiction of any kind. You got yours, I got mine, and daydreams are buzzing around my skull most daily. I paint myself in every reality, and none of them fit. Taking the hit. Don't worry about it, 'cause it'll all give way to dust someday. I can't wait.
Dust there by Kirsti below. And so I'm on a little look on your SoundCloud, and I see you got a few a few tracks I put down a couple of years ago. With such a large repertoire, are you going to get into a studio and get down a full album? Because I can imagine out of 50 songs, you could probably get a few out of that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely of the 50 songs, there are a lot that I will never record. But yeah, I am in the process right now. I'm working on an EP. Hopefully will be released by the time I graduate in May. And yeah, that's the first step. I'm just so backlogged right now that I need to release something. And then after that, work towards something a little bit bigger, maybe more like an album. But yeah, That's where I'm at right now.
And have you kind of got a title in mind or anything, or a kind of theme of the EP at all? Or is it just some of your favorites?
I've thought about it. It has been hard for me to string them together because they are kind of from different time periods, but I'm thinking about calling it Dust after that song. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like it.
Would you count this as your second EP? As I said, you kind of came out with something 2 years ago, I'm assuming self-titled.
I don't really consider that an EP. I kind of have released a bunch of single tracks over the years. But nothing really cohesive, and that's kind of what I'm really looking for right now, something I can look at as a work of art and feel like it flows and be proud of it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're graduating soon, you're a UVM, right?
Right, yeah.
Are you using the university resources before you graduate in order to get this done, or are you recording this elsewhere?
I have a friend, actually, who's helping me record. His name's Trip Gordon, and he's been great so far. And yeah, looking forward to working with him some more. He's a junior at UVM, so.
Cool. Are you going to bring anyone else in for the album, kind of to maybe add a drum track or something else into the album to maybe fill out the sound a little bit, or is this going to be pure solo?
I don't think it'll be pure solo. I have a lot of musician friends, so I would really like to have them collaborate if they're into it. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, awesome. And well, you did say that you go back home and you play local venue fairly often. Where do you consider any venue in Burlington kind of your local venue now?
I've played a lot at Skinny Pancake and Radio Bean, and at those two places, I definitely feel at home at this point. Been playing there for a while, and I just really love the atmosphere of both places. So, yeah.
Well, absolutely. Is there anything particular about them that kind of strikes you?
Just welcoming, and I think they both really value music and put an emphasis on having live music there, which is always nice. It's different from being just like in the corner of a bar, which I've been like a lot of my life, a lot of the gigs I've played. So right. Yeah, it's nice to have that.
Well, we've probably got about time for one more song, but before you play your last one, do you want to plug away and tell everyone Facebook, SoundCloud, and future upcoming gigs? Yeah,
sure. Yeah, pretty much you can find me on Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube, just under my name, Kirsti Blow. And I will be playing at Half Lounge next Friday, I believe, March 1st. So yeah, check me out.
All right. And what song have you got to finish?
I think I'm gonna finish with a song called Hard Drug that I also wrote in Spain.
All right.
About this time last year. Yeah. These days I'm always waiting, so desperate, so patient. Can't you just drop me a line? And I know it's nothing sacred. No, you want me just for the day trip, but I want you all the time. It's just like me to let it all go. It's just like me to watch it all flow out of my hands. Just when I was trying to hold on, just when I was letting all the hope go to my head.
drug to me now. Why you always gotta keep me guessing when the laughter fades to silence? Are you still thinking of me? When the tiebreak it pulls me under, told you life's like treading water. When I'm with you I feel I can breathe. It's just set me to let it all go. It's just set me to watch it all flow out of my hands. When I was trying to hold on, just when I was letting all the hope go to my head like a hard drug. Thought of you was like a hard drug to me now. Love, love. Oh, oh,
Kirsti Blow with Hard Drug, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have got the fobs coming up just in a short second after the break. Once again, thank you, Kirsti, for coming in, and we'll be right back.